thought love was a porch light burning through the dark, a place to lay my trouble down and hand somebody my heart. I thought if you held me close, the ache in me would fade, like all the broken rooms inside could somehow be remade. I came to you with empty hands, but not the way I knew. I brought my fear and lonesome nights and asked them all of you. I called it love, I called it trust, I called it destiny. But underneath those tender words was something needing to be free. I thought love was shelter, a roof against the rain, a place to hide the pieces I could not bear to name. But love was not a hiding place, not arms to disappear. Love became the mirror where I could finally see me. You never came to save my soul and make me feel complete. You stood there like a quiet truth and let my heart unseat. Every borrowed dream I wore, every fear I dressed as need, till I could hear beneath it all the woman I was meant to be. I thought love was shelter, a wall against the night, a way to stop the trembling, make the whole world right. But love was not a fortress, nor a place to fall asleep in. Love became a mirror where I could choose the self I'd be in. So if I reach and take your hand, let it not be out of lack. Let it be because the light in me has found the strength to answer back. And if I stand here next to you, let it be brave and clear, not asking you to carry me, but grateful you are here. I thought love was shelter, now I know it's something more, a field where truth can find me and open every door. Love is not completion, not a place to run and hide in. Love becomes a mirror, and I decide who I am inside it. I thought love was shelter. Now I know it's where the heart learns to show. Came here wanting a steady hand, a quiet voice in the dark, somebody strong enough to hold the shaking of my heart. I wore my smile like Sunday clothes, so you would not see through how much of what I call my love was really need of you. By way of your embrace, to see my worth inside your eyes and safety in your face. I thought if you would choose me, wanted not to feel alone, wanted your arms to make a place that finally felt like home. But home is not another heart. I cannot borrow grace. No matter how you loved me well, I had to find my place. I came here wanting a refuge from myself, a soft and holy answer from somebody else. I called it love so easy, the truth came quietly. I came here wanting you to heal what lived in me. And you were kind, you were so kind, but kindness is not rescue, and your light could shine on mine without becoming mine to use. You showed me what was true, that love begins the moment I stop asking it to do what only I can do. I came here wanting, now I can say it plain. Not just your touch around me, not shelter from my pain. I thought love was getting what I was missing in me. But love began the moment I let truth set me free. I came here wanting, now I come to see. Love did not come to save me, it came to uncover me. Sorrow at your feet, like you were meant to bear it. I brought my silence, all my fear, and hoped that love could wear it. I looked at you like answered prayer, like peace had found my name. But all the while beneath my hope, I was asking you to change my thought if you stayed close enough, the night in me would break, that your arms could hold together every fault line, every ache. I called it faith, I called it trust, I called it being true. But hidden in my sweetest words was something I demanded of you. Never sent to make me whole, never here to carry pieces I had not yet learned to hold. You were never my salvation, never mine to heal my soul. You were there to stand beside me while I learned to choose my own. Your kindness changed me deep, not by lifting all my weight, but by refusing to become the answer to my fate. You loved me without claiming me, you stayed without control, and in that quiet, honest light, I saw the work inside my soul. You were never meant to save You were never meant to save me. Now I know what love can be. Not a hand that hides my weakness, but a light that lets me see. You were never my salvation. You were revelation's door. And I can love you freely now for what we both are for. Teaches it to be. When your eyes fell into mine, it was not the way I planned. I thought I'd only see your soul, but I saw where I still stand. Every tremble, every ache, every hope I could not hide rose up quiet in your light, like the tide pulled by the sky. You did not place the fear in me. You only made it show. You did not write my tenderness. You held me, let it grow. What I blamed on love itself was mine to understand. You were not the wound or cure, just the mirror in my hand. Between our hearts, showing me who I am. Not taking, not completing, just revealing where I stand. Mirror between our hearts, clear as morning glass. Love did not come to hide me. It came to let me pass. So when I reach for you tonight, let it not be blind or small. Let me touch you from the truth, not from fear of any fall. If I bring you all I am, let it be with open eyes, knowing what your presence wakes is the place where spirit lies. Mirror between our hearts, showing me who I am. Not taking, not completing, just revealing where I stand. Mirror between our hearts, bright enough to see. Love did not come to finish me. It came to uncover me. And maybe that is mercy, maybe that is grace, to be seen without illusion and still remain in place. To find that holy nearness does not erase the scars, but turns them toward the morning till they look enough like stars. Mirror between our hearts, sacred in its light. Not a wall against the darkness, but a truth inside the night. Mirror between our hearts, now I understand. Love becomes the revelation of the self I choose to stand. Between your heart and mine, I found no chains, no lies, only a mirror and the courage in my eyes. 'Cause I know that you love me. 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 'C this love quietly? What will you give to me? Will you make the shadows softer? Will you keep my spirit free? Will you calm the fear I carry? Will you stay when I fall through? But now another question rises every time I turn to you. Who am I when I stand near you? What do I bring to light? Do I come with open hands now? Do I speak my truth outright? Do I love from need or fullness? Do I hide or do I show? Am I smaller in your presence, or the truest self I know? The part of me that shows up when I am loved and seen, the part that stands in honesty, the part that still comes clean, the part of me that shows up not begging to be saved, but rising in the sacred space that love and truth have made. You are not my source of meaning, not the answer to my lack. You are where the road grows clearer, and my soul can answer back. In the field between two hearts, I can choose what will appear. Grace or fear, truth or hiding, a borrowed voice or something clear. The part of me that shows up when I am loved and known, the part that does not disappear or ask to be carried home, the part of me that shows up with nothing left to prove, only choosing line by line how I will stand in love. So let this not be hunger dressed in tender words again. Let this be a living vow to meet you whole within. And if I give my heart to you, let this be what is true, not what I can get from love, but who I become with you. The part of me that shows up, that is the holy choice, the self that answers love with love, the self that finds its voice. The part of me that shows up, that is the gift I bring, not asking you to finish me, but letting spirit sing. Part of me that shows up, that is where love begins, not in what I ask to take, but in who I choose to send. I wore that old word like a promise. Half of me waits for you, some sweet unfinished story only your hands could move. I thought love meant a missing piece, a place where lack could end. But all that hunger taught my heart was how to bend and bend. I asked your eyes to name me whole, your arms to make me rest, your staying to become the proof that I was somehow blessed. But wholeness is not borrowed light, and peace is not possessed. No one can fill the sacred room So let me stand before you now with all my seams still shown, not asking you to mend my sky or make your heart my home, but choosing you in freedom, not out of fear or need to share the light already lit, and let it breathe and breathe.
Not here to be completed, not here to be made new
by anything that I demand or try to take from you.
I came here whole in spirit.
Now I can finally see love is not completion, it is revelation in me. And if I walk beside you, let it be with open eyes, not saying you are what I lack, but honoring what you rise. In the mirror of your presence, I do not fade or fall. I learn that being fully mine is what can love at all.
Not here to be completed, not here to be undone,
Not waiting on another heart to be the missing one.
I came here whole in spirit.
And now I know this truth. Love is not the end of longing, it is the birth of truth.
Not here to be completed, only here to see
That what I thought was missing was already living in me. I used to smooth the edges down before I let love near, hide the doubt and hide the hurt and call that being clear. I thought if I could stay agreeable, you'd never turn away. So I learned to trade my truest voice for words that felt more safe. But safety built on silence is a house with painted walls, pretty from a distance till the hidden ceiling falls. And love that asks for hiding is not love that can remain. So if we stand here heart to heart, let truth be in the room we make.
Tell the truth and stay, tell the truth and see.
Love is not the mask we wear to insecurity.
Tell the truth and stay, let the real heart speak.
What is sacred in a love like this is the courage to be seen. So here is where I tremble, here is where I still get small. Here is where old fear comes back and whispers through it all. Here is what I long for, here is what I cannot fake. If I am to love you honestly, this is the road I have to take.
Tell the truth and stay, tell the truth and know.
Love is not a performance for the fear of being left alone.
Tell the truth
than keep myself betrayed and call that love when all the while my soul had gone pale.
Tell the truth and stay. Tell the truth and live.
Love is not what fear performs, but what the Spirit gives.
Tell the truth and stay. Stand without disguise.
What is sacred in this love of ours is meeting eye to eye.
Tell the truth and stay.
If staying still is right, but never call it love again if truth has left the light. I came to love with open wounds and pockets full of prayer, hoping someone else might place a little healing there. I called it fate, I called it grace, I called it being true. But underneath my tender words was something asking you to make me feel more beautiful, to steady what was torn, to tell me I was finally safe and worth being born. But love is not a bargain made for fear to feel relieved, and no one else can hand the soul the peace it has not lived. Nothing to get, nothing to prove, nothing to take from love to make me new, nothing to hide, only a heart learning how to stand inside the truth it came to give. So if I sit beside you now, let it be without demand, not reaching for your tenderness to be what I still lack, but bringing all the light I found and all the truth I know to meet you in the quiet place where honest lovers go. Nothing to get, nothing to win, nothing to borrow to quiet what's within, nothing to claim, only a soul remembering why it came to love and not possess. And maybe that is freedom, to bless and not to bind, to hold another gently without asking them to mind the broken ground beneath me and make it bloom on cue, to love you for your being and bring my being to. Nothing to get, nothing to fear, love is not a marketplace, it's why we're here. Nothing to get, nothing to own, only the chance to offer what the heart has grown. this, a life that learns how love is lived. I used to call it love when I held on with all my might, as if a tighter hand could keep a fading thing in sight. I thought devotion meant to guard against the winds that move, but fear can dress in loyal clothes and still not tell the truth. No heart was ever made to live inside a cage of care. No soul grows deeper by demand or stays because despair. If I have learned one sacred thing from all I've tried to keep, it's love can only breathe its best when given room to breathe. If I hold you, let it be lightly, not with fear, not to make you stay. If I love you, let it be freely, like the dawn, open in the day. So sit with me beside this light and let the night be wide. I do not need to close my fist to keep you by my side. What's true will deepen as it will, what's false will fall away. And love that cannot stand in freedom was never here to stay. If I hold you, let it be lightly, not to own, not to quiet pain. If I love you, let it be clearly, without shame, without hidden claim. I bless the road beneath your feet, even if it turns from mine. For love is not a prison built around a borrowed shine. And if our hearts are meant to grow, then fear must lose its say. What's holy is not gripping tight, but loving wide enough for day. If I hold you, let it be lightly, with open hands and open sight. If I love you, let it be holy, in the truth and in the light. If I hold you, let it be lightly, that is how real love survives. used to think I had to wait till every wound was gone, till every fear had lost its name, before I could move on. But healing is not finish lines, and peace is not a prize. It lives inside the humble heart that finally stops to hide. I am not flawless in this light, I still can't shake and bend, but I don't need another soul to tell me who I am. I've walked enough through borrowed rooms to know what's mine to keep: a quiet fire, an honest voice, a love that runs this deep. Whole enough to love, whole enough to stay, whole enough to stand in truth and give myself away. Not from fear, not from need, not because I disappear, but because I finally see. So if I meet you heart to heart, it will not be to fill some hollow place I blamed on fate or some unfinished will. It will be as the river meets the light along the land, already full of moving life and still reaching open-handed. Whole enough to love, whole enough to choose, whole enough to bless the road without a need to lose. Not to own, not to plead, but to bring the truest self I know to where two souls can meet. And maybe that is all we need. Not perfect, just awake, not emptied of all longing, but free enough to make a love that does not beg for life from what another gives, but rises from the deeper well of what already lives. Whole enough to love, whole enough to be, whole enough to stand in the light and let the other be free. Not from lack, not from shame, but because the heart has learned at last why love came. Whole enough to love, that is grace to me. Not finished, only finally free. Far from where we live, some distant light, some mountain air, some prayer the saints could give. But grace has met me face to face in rooms I used to fear, at kitchen tables, midnight doors, and every time love drew me near. Not holy for its staying power, not holy for its peace, not holy cause it spared my heart or gave my longing ease, but holy for the way it asked, what will you choose to be? When another soul stands emotions close enough to let your spirit see. Sacred ground, this place between us,
truth is asked,
and love is found. Sacred ground, not for possession, but for the soul to gather around and rise. If fear can show its weathered face and still not rule the room, here tenderness can speak its name and something real can bloom. Here I can bring my hidden self and let the veil come down, not asking love to cover me, but standing on sacred ground. Sacred ground, this field of nearness,
who I am,
can stand revealed. Sacred ground, no need for hiding, no need for hearts to stay concealed in light. So if I bless this life with you, let it be plain and true, not 'cause you came to rescue me, but 'cause I woke with you to all the ways the heart can choose its highest voice, its sound, and all the ways a human love can become holy ground. Sacred ground, this bond of seeing
place where love
does not demand. Sacred ground, where I remember the soul is shaped by how it stands in love. Sacred ground,
not yours, not mine,
but how it stands in
truth and love.
Sacred ground,
Not yours, not mine, truth and light.
I used to ask what love might bring, what comfort I might find, what steady hand, what safer road, what peace for this heart of mine. But all the miles and mirrors taught a different, deeper truth. Love does not decide my soul. I choose who I am with you, not by hiding what I fear, not by shaping myself smaller just to keep somebody near, but by standing in the light with an honest heart in view, and letting every moment ask, who will I be with you? I choose who I am with you, in the truth, in the light. I choose what love will call from me in the day, in the night. Not what I can get, not what I can prove. I choose who I am with you. And that is how I love. So if I walk beside you now, let it be with open hands. Not to own and not to vanish, not to hide in borrowed plans, but to meet you as a living soul and offer what is true. For the holiest part of love is who I become with you.
I choose who I am with you.
When I tremble, when I stand, I choose whether fear will speak or grace will take my hand. Not to be completed, not to be rescued through. I choose who I am with you. And if one day our roads divide, still this truth will not depart. You were never sent to finish me, but to help reveal my heart. And for that I bless the meeting, for the mirror and the view, for every holy question that awoke in me with you. I choose who I am with you. That is the vow I keep, not a chain and not a bargain, but a promise running deep. To meet love with full presence, to stand revealed and true. I choose who I am.